Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. Since last episode, I killed Galuf, because I'm sick and tired of his amnesia bullcrap. No, not really. There's a blue magic spell that I want to learn in the relatively near future that you need a blue mage at level multiple of 5 to learn. So I figured I might as well keep Galuf at level 15 now, so that I don't have to level grind all the way up to level 20 later. Although, I might still do that, because I've got a lot of new jobs that I want to get some levels for really quickly, including Blue Mage itself. I really just want to get Blue out of the way, so we don't have to worry about using a Blue Mage ever again. Anyway, in this episode, we are going to the library! Fortunately, this time the library is in the middle of a giant desert, although it's near a giant desert. I would recommend against going into the desert for those who don't want to have a swift and painful death. I'm serious. The enemies in there are hard. We'll be coming back there later for a blue magic spell, but, well, I can't do that right now because I killed Galuf. So, oh well. No, use Gaia. That Earthquake ability is really strong, but since it's Earth Elemental, it does nothing against floating enemies, like the zoos. Oh, nice, we gain levels for everyone else. Yeah, well, maybe not so obviously, but you want to make sure that only Galuf has a level multiple of 5 in your party when you learn this spell. Otherwise, you'll just get game overed, and that's no good. So anyway, it's just down over here. We could have run into some new enemies over there. There was silent bees, which could either blind or silence you, and in the forest here there are Mythril dragons, which can use the blue magic spell Transfusion if you control or confuse them, but, well, I don't have control yet. It's part of the reason why I want to start doing some level grinding. Anyway, we've got a healing pod over here, which means that in the relatively near future I'll be running from 15 battles, but not yet. Let's see. Yeah. I want to switch Galuf into a Black Mage with Learning, just for this. And a Flame Rod is good. And just for gits and shiggles, the Elven Mantle. Alright. So now let's head up here and try to learn those... You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to save first. Just in case I screw up. You know how it is. Here we go. And back into the Library of the Ancients. Let's see, let's talk to these guys. Oh, so some of these books are possessed, huh? Uh-oh. Maybe it's like this book! Anyway, we've got, page enemies in this dungeon. They're basically a whole bunch of pages with different numbers on them, and some of them can teach us some blue magic. Like page 32, which teaches us the Era blue magic spell, which I want to learn now. Oh, well, that was easy. See, let's use Gaia. It'll almost always use that ability. Alright, now we've got page 64s. These guys cast the blue magic spell, another blue magic spell that I want to learn. Level 5 Death. Eventually, they will cast level 5 Death. Sometime soon, they will cast level 5 Death. There we go! Yeah, level 5 Death instantly kills any enemy, or ally, in this case, I suppose, with a level multiple of 5. And it's guaranteed. It bypasses instant death protection, it bypasses heavy status, the whole 9 yards. It is obscenely good. Especially in combination with another blue magic spell that we can learn later on. So we learned Era and level 5 Death. And Galuf gained a level, so he will no longer be able to learn level 5 Death. Anyway, all the enemies, all the page enemies at least, are weak to fire. Obviously, I mean, they're, well, pages! So using a Fira spell with a Flame Rod is really, really good. In the Library of the Ancients, Gaia will almost always use that Ignis whatever ability. That's Fire Elemental with a chance to confuse. That's also really, really good for this area. And if you have any Fire Scrolls with Faris, you can just throw them, although I'd rather just use physical attacks, because throw is based on magic damage. So anyway, the page 32s also have green berets as their rare steel, if you're so inclined, but since my ninja doesn't have steel yet, because I didn't work on Thief when I should have, I won't worry about that. There's another page-type enemy, page 256s. They can teach us another blue magic spell, so I'm going to try and get those. Those are a little bit rarer, though. Huh. So that must have been the staff he gave to, But yeah, level 5 Death is one of the best blue magic spells in the game. Especially since there are some bosses that are not immune to it. Well, actually nothing's immune to level 5 Death, it's just based on your level. Yeah, Final Fantasy V has some abilities that are quite obscene like that. This is like one of the only JRPGs I've ever played where instant death is not just remotely useful, but nearly obscene. Is that the way I want to go? I want to check the other side first. There are no enemies on this floor, there are enemies on lower floors. Yeah, that is the way I want to go. Okay. We are being attacked by books. Oh my god, reading Rainbow never prepared me for this! Anyway, you walk up there, and the bookshelves will move out of your way. Everybody move! Let's see, step there. Step there. Oh, nope, nope, no, not there. That just happens automatically when you step on certain places. And talk to that bookshelf, and you'll be able to go down here. Oh no, it's dark in here. Ooh. Let's see, maybe this is the battle I want? Oh, I should... Oh wait, no, that's right, never mind. Let's see, the pages will turn every time you kill one of them, so that's how you get them to switch. Nothing to worry about from page 64s anymore, since, well, nobody's level multiple 5 anymore. Nuts. Yeah, the battles with page 32s and 64s are the more common of them. Rarer battles will include stuff like page 128s and page 256s, and I want to try and run into a page 256 before it's too late. Oh, by the way, the page turning, it's countered as a counterattack. So if you do something that'll stop the enemy from counterattacking, it'll prevent the pages from turning and you'll just end the battle immediately. Nuts. Oh well. Yeah, actually, Galuf, why don't you switch to a blue mage so we can start working on getting up to level 3. We'll stick you on with black. Let's see. No, not the Mythril sword. Flame Rod. I bought a Thunder Rod off screen, so yeah, there's that. You know what? I think I'll go back to the desert next episode or something like that. Okay, well, we're starting off with page 64s. Haha, you can't insta-kill me! Why don't you just take some of this fire? And it's page 32. Oh well. No, no, no. I didn't kill it? Wow. And back to page 64s, I guess. Oh, by the way, you'll only run into enemies on their own in this dungeon, so if you really feel so inclined, you could use a Berserker, but I don't know why you would. Doesn't really seem like the best of choices to me, but hey, to each their own. Fortunately, rows don't really matter so much. What the hell's going on with these pages? Also, getting back attacked in this area looks way weird. Holy cow, I am not used to this. Why do you keep turning to page 64? Well, that was annoying. Maybe one of these days I'll get the page I'm looking for. None shall pass. Hey, stop doing that. Oh! Well, there we go. We've got page 128s over here. These guys have Ethers as their common steel, and they can also put Slow and Sap on you with one of their special abilities. But other than that, they're really not all that interesting. No blue magic for you. And I was hoping he would turn into the page 256s, but apparently not this time. Well, I'm not... There we go! You got page 256s. These guys can cast 2 different blue magic spells on you. You need control, or control for the other one. It's off guard. But this one, Moon Flute, he will cast on your party automatically. It casts Berserk and I believe Haste, although I'm not too sure, on all of your party members. So, yeah, I have no control over what happens here for the rest of the fight. But fortunately, since he casts it on the entire party, you will pretty much always learn Moon Flute. Alright, and we got some job levels, that's great. Anyway, up until I learn Control for Bartz, that's pretty much all I can do by way of blue magic in here. You know what? I'm gonna leave the dungeon right now. You know, I can't seem to make up my mind about what I want to do next. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. There's a boss in this area that you can take on right now, and I was thinking about doing a little bit of job grinding and level grinding before I decided to fight on the boss, and maybe going back to the desert and getting that blue magic spell, but you know what? Against my better judgment, I think I'm going to go outside. Yeah, I'm actually going to go outside and save because, well, I just learned some blue magic spells and I would really like to keep them and not have to go through all this crap again. Fortunately, it seems like Galuf is actually learning the blue magic like he's supposed to now. Can't explain why all those other blue spells were failing to hit him. Where are you supposed to step to get that bookshelf to move? Game? Oh, there we go! And then right over here. And then we're good to go. So yeah, actually, sorry about that. Yeah, actually, I'm going to take a moment to do some level grinding. I either want to get to level 19 or 21, whichever gets me to the job levels I want first, and then we'll move on from there. But while I'm doing that, I might as well show off some of the new enemies that I skipped out on. We've got Mythril dragons. Ow! Yeah, these guys hit pretty darn hard. They don't have very many elemental weaknesses. Their defense is kind of high. Their HP is kind of high. All sorts of nasty stuff, basically. Oh, he paralyzed. Well, okay, we killed him. While I'm out here grinding, I'm also going to run from 15 battles, by the way, so... There we go. And you don't have to run or fight these battles, or level grind, or whatever. You can always just wait until later. I just want to do this now because, well, it worked out pretty well for me the first time I played the game, so I figured why don't I just do that again? Anyway, yeah, I'll meet you back here when I've got the levels I want. And then I'll probably go and try and get that blue magic spell up in the desert. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I did a little bit of level grinding. I didn't get quite as high leveled as I thought I would, because it didn't actually take that long for me to get the ability Blue. The command ability, at least. So yeah, now that you have Blue, ditch the Blue Mage class entirely. You don't need to work on it anymore. It costs 250 ability points to master, and at this point in the game, it's not really worthwhile, so I wouldn't worry about it. See, I went ahead and switched him into a Summoner, so that way all the enemies will know to stay away from him. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I'm making my way up to the desert here. I saved beforehand. I gave Galuf a learning ability, as you might have seen off screen. Let's see. I actually want to use a Berserker for this one. Not to learn anything, but just to have. I want him to be two-handed with a Mythril hammer. I've got a whole bunch of Mythril gloves. The Mythril dragons drop them, so yeah, there we go. And I want him up in the front row. The reason why I'm doing this is because the enemy we are about to face is really freaking tough, and I want to have at least someone out there who's always doing pretty good damage. This is gonna suck! And try not to wander too far into the desert. Well, shit. Well, that's about the worst fucking thing that could happen. Run! Well, that's the enemy we wanted to fight, and that's the blue magic spell I wanted to learn, but getting back attacked is not how I want to learn it! Getting back attacked is like asking to be screwed. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go! So we've got the Dorm Chimera over here. And this guy has pretty high defense and magic defense, and can use the blue magic spell Aqua Breath, as well as some pretty powerful physical attacks. So right now your main priority... Ow! Is staying alive! Well, shit! Anyway, the Aqua Breath ability is kind of weird. You might expect it to be water elemental, but it's actually non-elemental. It deals octuple damage to desert enemies, so there we go. Let's at least try and weaken the guy first. I want him to use Aqua Breath on Galuf so that, well, he'll be able to learn the ability. Nuts. Now, the reason why I'm using a Berserker is because axes and hammers deal pretty good damage against Dorm Chimeras because they partially ignore defense. Hopefully this guy won't, die before I get the chance to learn Aqua Breath. For some weird reason, I was somewhat, worried about a character with having certain equipment, but that would be a little irrational now, wouldn't it? Okay. That's not exactly how I wanted that to end. Huh. Well, they're not half as tough as they look now, are they? I never actually thought I'd have a problem with killing them before I was ready. Huh. There we go. He's much more agreeable this time around. Hey, I survived with 14 HP! Okay, Kira, everyone, thank you. Hopefully Bartz can stay alive long enough for him to actually do something remotely useful. Did he just like... No, Faris attacked once, didn't he? Or didn't she? Well! That was easier than I thought it should be. Well, there you go, viewers. That's how you learn the blue magic spell, Aqua Breath. Not that that spell is actually all that useful, since it's non-elemental and doesn't really get boosted by any rods or whatever, and suffers from split damage. Well, whatever. Anyway, now we've got that out of the way, it's back to Beastmaster for you, Bartz. I don't think whips can be wielded two-handed. Let's see. Let's go with guard. Why not? Yeah, that looks good. Man, your equipment draw sucks as a Beastmaster. Holy cow. Alright, so now let's go back to the Library of the Ancients so that we can actually start doing stuff. Or getting into random encounters, that too. Still not dead? Come on, make it! There we go. Alright. And let's get healed up. I still haven't run from those 15 battles. I'm going to do that between episodes. Although, honestly, from the amount of times I've run so far, it's probably amounted to those 15, but, well, whatever. And down here. And over here. So how do we progress with the area with that stupid bookshelf in the way? You gotta go talk to the wall here. Alright, I want to switch up my job classes again. Let's see, I want Bartz as... Where'd it go? Mystic Knight, there it is. Let's see, Spellblade two-handed. Let's see, most powerful sword we've got right now. All good stuff. I don't think... No, we don't. Okay. I was thinking, do we need silver specs? No, we don't. Stick you in the front row. Nothing to steal, so you're good as a ninja. Summoner is good. Geomancer is not so good. Let's go... Let's go White Mage. I don't want to use Geomancer right now for the upcoming boss fight. Spoiler alert, there's a boss fight. Because Gaia is most likely going to be Fire Elemental, and that's no good. Take a wild guess what boss we're about to fight, viewers. Oh, maybe I should have saved beforehand. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I am afraid. Okay, so now let's actually take on the boss of the area. He's just right over here. Just take a look. It's in a book. The Monster Ifrit. In boss time! We got a preemptive strike? Really? I didn't know you could get preemptive strikes on bosses. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day. Anyway, this is Ifrit. Obviously, Ifrit is Fire Elemental, so Blizzara's Sword would be pretty good against him. You could also use Silence or Silence Sword against him, because he has powerful fire magic. Whatever you do, don't confuse this guy, because it won't end well for you. Let's see if I can get slow on this guy. I think Ifrit might be heavy type. I can't remember for sure. So slow might not work for very long. But it's always worth doing. Oh. Yeah, you have a flame rod equipped. That's not good. Frost rod, please. Thank you. Yeah, you can just equip stuff in the middle of battle. It's really nice. Let's go with little Shiva! You know, I've noticed in my, when I was editing the last few, Golden Sun videos, I noticed that whenever I said Shiba, it kind of sounded like I was saying Shiva. And now I can't unhear it whenever I say Shiva. Whoa! Holy cow! Look at that damage! Yeah, Blizzard's sword is really good. The Mystic Knight is a boss destroyer. I love it. Even more so than summoners are. And blue mages, for that matter. I think Ifrit is heavy type, though. I didn't write it in my notes, so I have no way of knowing for sure. Wow. Here I am being all like, I'm scared, I'm gonna go save, I'm gonna go heal, I'm gonna go level grind. It's like, we just kill him in 3 shots and he barely gets a chance to do anything. Ooh, and we gain summon level 2. And a flame scroll. And Ifrit! Yay! Ifrit is basically a fire elemental Shiva that's slightly more powerful than she is. So basically, Galuf's main offense is going to come from Flame Rod combined with Ifrit. So there we go. Let's get you back on the Flame Rod. Well, you didn't do much healing staffing there, so let's get everyone switched back to their proper job classes. Why is a Beastmaster dressed as a sheep, anyway? I have no idea what Calm does, so don't ask. It can't possibly be that good because I've never used it, so... Yeah, let's switch you back there. No, no, not Galuf. And let's switch you... Where did my Geo... There we go. Switch you back to the Geomancer with white. And equip the Elven Mantle. There we go. Alright. So now that we've got Ifrit, we can finally move on with the rest of the library and see what's causing the monsters and the pages and all this crazy stuff happening in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy V. See you guys then!